Hey, y'all. Welcome back to Writing Wednesdays. For those who don't know, my name is Mariesa. And if you've been here before, welcome back to my channel. So, this week on Writing Wednesdays, we are beginning our first journaling session together. Just to give you a recap, last week we had W. Chaz Glass. He's an author, the author of A Sinner's Epiphany. He was on for our very first author's interview, but this week we are journaling and I am so excited. So today, as we begin our first journaling session of many, I am excited to go with you on this journey. So today and every Writing Wednesday journaling session, we're going to set aside a few quiet moments to journal with purpose. You don't need a perfect plan, you just need a pen. You need a notebook and a willing heart. Some of you may have journals that you started and laid aside. Some of you may be active and very avid journalers. Some of you may not have ever journaled, but whatever the case may be, I believe that you will benefit from journaling with me today and every other Wednesday when we do the Writing Wednesday journaling sessions. Some of you may need to pull your journal out of the closet and blow the dust off of it. Whatever it is, just make sure you have your journal, you have a pen, and you have a willing heart and you're willing to open up and write. Each week that we do this will be every other week, but each time, each session, I'll walk you through one writing prompt to help you grow, reflect, and even heal. So without further ado, let's get started. Our very first journal prompt is, what is your earliest memory? In a moment, I'm going to encourage you to pause the video, to take a few minutes and just let the memory unfold. Write whatever comes to mind, short or long, and then come back. So think about your earliest memory. Think about just the first one that pops into your mind if you want to. There may be a reason why it popped in your mind first. So take a moment now. You can pause the video. And when you're finished writing, come back. All right. So now that you've written about the memory, we're going to go deeper. So at this point, I'm going to ask you some reflection questions to support our prompt. You're going to pause the video after each one and write whatever comes up. Don't be afraid to write. Remember, and I've said this before, let your writing be your voice, whether it be the glue that holds you together or a safety net allowing you to fall apart. So, our first question, our deeper question says, how did this moment, or excuse me, how did you feel during this moment? So, this is going to make you stretch. If this is not a memory that is just like kind of surface level. If it's deeper, this may stretch you a bit, but don't be afraid of it. Just think about how you felt and take a moment, pause this video, and write, and then come back. The next question is, where were you? When this memory took place, simply say where you were. Were you at the pool? Were you at home? Were you at a park? Just simply answer, where were you? Take a moment now to pause, write, and come back. This is one of my favorite ones because it does stretch you. It does cause you to think, reflect, and sometimes even relive. This isn't limited to sad moments or tragedies, but it's also including those joyous times and those times of great happiness. So, what did you see? What did you hear? Or what did you smell? Sometimes when I smell certain things, it takes me back to the time that I use the product. For example, there is an edge gel that I used pretty frequently back in 2016 when my mother passed. Some years later, I bought the edge gel again because the one that I was using at the time, I guess I didn't see it in the store. But when I opened it and I smelled it, it took me right back to that time, like when I was by my mother's side. So sometimes those smells, sometimes what you hear and those moments that you can almost relive because you are visualizing them and you're putting yourself right back in those scenes, in those moments of your life. Those will sometimes be some of the more vivid memories because you can recall all of this. So go ahead and take a moment and write what you saw, what you heard, and what you smelled. Pause this video, write, and come back. I like this one too. This is another one that may stretch you, but maybe not as much. I'm not sure. This is all personalized to you. What emotions are connected to this memory? Happy, sad, scared, confused, excited. I mean, the list goes on of how many emotions there are, but go ahead and think about what emotions are connected to it. There may be some that you haven't felt in a while due to this memory. There may be some that you feel for the first time when going back and sitting with the memory. So let this be a moment of reflection, write, get it all out, pause this video, write, and come back. If you haven't noticed by now, I love journaling. I love to work with people through journaling because I know the benefits of it. So, this is another one of my favorite questions. Why do you think this memory stuck with you? Usually, there's a reason attached to why a memory just hangs around. There are some things that we forget temporarily. There are some things that our minds may forget permanently. And then there are those memories that just stick. So I'm asking you this, why do you think this memory stuck with you? Dig a little bit further. Pause this video, write, and come back. You guessed it. This is another one of my favorites. I love talking about identity, but this one is, what does this memory say about who you were, or who you are becoming? Sometimes who you were yesterday is not the same person you were today. So I don't know what your memory is that you're writing about, but who I was before I lost my mother is not the same person that I am today. And this is a good thing in my case. This is a good thing because I'm growing. I'm growing in Christ. I'm maturing. I am seeing things rightly, God's way. So there's a whole story behind that. But I want you to answer for me. What does this memory say about who you were or who you are becoming? And just to extend it a bit, are you excited about who you are becoming? Are you excited about that? Does that give you a sense of purpose? What does this memory do for you? What does it say about who you are or who you are becoming? Take a moment, pause, write, and I'll see you in a second. So that concludes our very first journaling session for Writing Wednesdays. I hope that you got something out of today, and I want to challenge you. If you feel led, expand on your writing throughout this week and throughout next week, because we'll meet in 2 weeks for a journaling session, number 2. But expand on it. Just because our session has ended today or is getting ready to end today, that does not mean that your writing ends. I am challenging you to keep writing. Take what you just wrote and see if it could be the start to something, the beginning of something, maybe a memoir. You don't know if it's the start of a poem, or maybe it's even a letter, the start of it to your younger self. Maybe it serves as a reminder of how far you come, but whatever it is, don't just let it sit there, let it speak. Okay. And if you're comfortable, I would love to hear what surprised you about this prompt. I would love to hear if it is the start of a healing process or if it was therapeutic for you. I love to hear the feedback. Drop a comment or tag me at your best dash. So next week at this time, we are going to have another wonderful author interview. I am excited for you all to meet this person who has a wonderful book out. All right. I'm so glad that they are coming on. I am so glad that They will be sharing their wisdom and their writing process, and they're going to offer encouragement. So, if you are an aspiring author, if you've already authored books, if you are a journaler, come back and be with us next week for Writing Wednesdays, author interview number 2. And then in 2 weeks, like I said, we'll come back to our next journaling session, which I'm very happy and excited about. All right. Until next time, y'all take care.